Good seeing you again.
You can slowly, actually, you can slowly remember the lightly. If you can quickly
October 27th,
we'll get started.
Admiral Butch Dollaga Day,
Yes.
and we're here.
And it's also Navy Day. Can you believe that? Of course, we had planned all of that.
Honored and humbled. Put it all together. Thanks for everybody. And it was interesting because
Take our seats
your
and we'll
parents
start with
took
the
it
Pledge of
home.
Allegiance.
Then I found out I was supposed to read it today. So I had to get the office to send us a copy. Well, anyway.
Tony Gross is president of the Vallejo School Board.
And look, I heard about Lois Banks and Applegate, and I have to admit, I'm very impressed. Very impressed. Very
So very proud.
Last time we were in table 5 together? Yeah. No, you don't. Oh, because we had so much time.
See you.
Good seeing you.
Sir, we have one more family.
Hey Brad, good seeing you again.
Good to
Hey,
see
thanks
you.
for sponsoring that VA clinic bill.
I do whatever you tell me to do. That's the rule.
He's a chief of staff.
Oh, Caroline and I go way back.
Now, can you take a photo of me first? Hi, Rosana, Vice Mayor. On behalf of the city, welcome to Berlin.
Good to see you. Pleasure.
Thank you for supporting all this requests.
We do whatever, actually, both of you tell us. So.
He's the man behind the scene. Can I help? Wait. Lester, can you take me out? One more. You can join us, conversation.
I'm gonna be next. Thank you.
Hello, Commander. Thank you so much.
Dito na lang sa
New York. She wasn't there. That's how she knew.
Your brother's coming back next week.
You guys here today. So, you all. Great. Oh, yes.
Keep your folks in your seats here.
Where I heard you guys are.
We'll be going back up and along for a pledge of allegiance, so we do need to get started. Welcome to the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce luncheon. We're a guest of honor today. Admiral Butch Dollaga.
But my main hospital.
Welcome. It's a pleasure having you. We started a little bit late. We're going to immediately move into lunch, but first we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance and the opening prayer. We'll move things along. We have a lot of dignitaries here today, so there'll be a lot of introductions, a lot of remarks. And I figured if we move along quickly, we'll get in here by 5.
No, 6 p.m.
So I'll be first introduced for our Pledge of Allegiance, Mr. Eric Jelly. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Could you remain standing for the opening prayer by Mr. Joey Palmer, Pastor Joey Palmer? Where are you, bud? Let me get you the microphone.
Let us honor God as we come to celebrate Him today. Our Father in heaven, we thank you, Lord, for gathering us today, and we ask for your blessings upon each one. And we thank you, Lord, for the food that we're going to partake. We ask, Lord God, that as we come home today, we bring in great ideas that will be gathered here this morning. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor. Let's take a few moments, take our break. We have hors d'oeuvres over here on this side of the room, if you can see where I'm pointing. The buffet is over here, please. Let's begin lunch, and by all means, let's please get in line.
They've had this restaurant for at least 10 years.
So my mother had her birthday party here, and I was coming back to Japan from Washington D.C. and I was able to stop over. So that makes sense.
How are you, Bill? Good, yourself? Good. See you again.
Wow, good to
Thank you, Admiral.
Yes.
15-second greeting to the Admiral.
Well, good afternoon. On behalf of the City of Vallejo, we proudly welcome Admiral Dollaga to Vallejo, and we thank the Philem Chamber of Commerce for hosting this lunch, honoring a native son, Admiral Butch Dollaga. Thank you.
15-second greeting for the Admiral.
Hi, good afternoon, Vallejo, and we're proud to have our native Vallejoans, Admiral Dollaga, to visit us, and just want to thank the Philem Chamber for sponsoring it. And I think we're proud to be Filipino Americans, and we're proud to be Vallejoans to have
Commander Hermisunga.
How you doing? Thank you for the Admiral coming over here in Vallejo, your hometown. From store to Admiral, that's way up there. Thank you. Thank you.
That's a good-looking meal.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Fine, thank you so very much.
Oh, I'm
Thank you so much.
I'm so excited about the Admiral being here. It is just wonderful. Coming home.
Yes. Thank you, Congressman. Appreciate it.
Let's go.
Let us have a picture with them.
Yes, sir.
Like always have to like keep like a lot on different.
Hey, it's kind of intimidating having somebody
All right, 15 seconds for the Admiral. Greetings.
What's that?
Say something for the Admiral. Here you go.
I can't believe that I'm here honoring such a special Vallejo native, and how proud I am to know that one of ours made it so great. Welcome. Thank you very much for coming back and honoring us, sir.
Hi, Nestor. Tom Barty with Senator Dodd's office. It's great to be here honoring the Rear Admiral, who's Vallejo homegrown. And he himself even said how great it is for him to be back in town. And we're so proud of him and his accomplishments. He even served a couple of years on Mare Island, so we'll enjoy it.
Admiral, welcome. It's a pleasure having you. Just having you here in the city has made a tremendous difference already in terms of the energy and support and the encouragement that people have been receiving from you and been able to provide for others. So thanks for coming.
Okay, I'm going to put 15 seconds for the Admiral.
I love you, brother, and we're very, very proud of you. And we 100% will always support you. Thank you. It's such good food in here.
15 seconds waiting for the Admiral.
Hey, Nestor, how are you?
For the Admiral.
Admiral, thank you for coming to Vallejo. Hope to see you more in the future. We have a lot of work ahead together, but I know that Vallejo's going to benefit from this relationship with you there in the Navy. Thank you.
You want to say something for the Admiral? Melissa?
Do I want a what?
Greeting for the Admiral.
Oh, a greeting for the Admiral. Well, I wish him the best of luck in his new position.
Thank you so much. Master Chief, how about a greeting for the Admiral?
Well, nice to see you in your hometown, Admiral.
Thank you, Master Chief.
Okay.
Okay, how about a greeting for the Admiral?
Well, nice meeting him. And congratulations.
Nice to meet you and welcome back to your home.
Yeah, we're very excited. I'm with the school board. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, we passed the resolution.
That's fantastic. It was very humbled by
His mom and dad came over to pick it up.
Yeah, here they absolutely loved it. So
Oh, yes.
we're very proud of it.
Lieutenant, thank you very, very
Sir,
much.
You changed already.
Oh, well, I had to, you know. Thank you.
Look good, sir.
Thank you. Dr. Ubaldi, greeting for the Admiral.
Admiral, it's an honor to have you back home, and we're very proud of our product, of our public school system. I'm Dr. Ubaldi, school board trustee. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, greeting for the Admiral. Sue?
What? Oh, we're so welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We really, really appreciate it. We hope you come back soon.
Thank you, Sue. Hi, greeting for the Admiral.
Yes, great being here. I'm so glad to see him here.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out. Hope to see you soon.
Hello.
Greeting for the Admiral. Okay, greeting for the Admiral.
Welcome to Vallejo, Admiral Dollaga. We are happy and proud of you to be a Filipino American. Cheers!
Hi.
You want to give a greeting to the Admiral?
No, I don't. Oh, no, not on this. No, I don't know.
He was one of my directors.
You want to give a greeting to the Admiral?
Yes. Hi, Admiral. It's nice to have you here in Vallejo, where you grew up. And it's really an honor. Thank you.
Say something to the Admiral.
Thank you for your service.
Hi, say something for the Admiral.
Congratulations to everybody. We're so excited to be here. Looking forward to representing Vallejo.
Thank you so much. Hi, Lieutenant Reddy. Thank you for visiting us in Vallejo.
Oh, it's my pleasure. You guys have been amazing. Welcoming, too. Smaller piece.
Hey, Brad. Good seeing you back in Vallejo.
Always happy to be in Vallejo.
Great. Thank you.
And I want to say I'm very pleased to be here today. We're celebrating again one of our own, a Hogan graduate, the Rear Admiral. He's here today, and I want to say that's what we produce in Vallejo. Thank you.
Thank you, President Tony Gross. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
Hi, Melissa.
Hello.
Greeting for the Admiral.
Welcome to Vallejo. I'm really glad to be a part of this welcoming luncheon. My name's Melissa Bowman, and it's great to get to meet you.
Thank you, Melissa. like to give a greeting to the Admiral?
Oh, welcome to Vallejo. Happy to have you.
Joey, how about a greeting for the Admiral?
Hi Admiral, thank you for coming. We are so happy and proud that you are here joining with us today. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Joey.
Had a big beautiful glass house up there, but with the last snap of fire came through, it took his house, took that house out. He took the house down on the bottom part of the property.
A greeting for the Admiral.
Greetings for the Admiral. Oh my goodness, Admiral, we can't thank you enough for visiting Vallejo. We appreciate you touring the shipyard. You're in perfect position to help us, keep us in mind. You work with the House and the Senate, and we know you'll know what to do. So thank you, Admiral.
Please continue to enjoy the food. Congressman Garamendi, Admiral Dollaga, Commander Frank, Lieutenant Matthew, my new friend Lieutenant Reddy, Mr. Campbellson's not here there, Vice Mayor Dollaga, Council Member Rick Carroll, representatives of elected officials, and all the way from Washington, D.C., we have Brad from Congressman Garamendi's office, and Abigail. Welcome. At this point, if I may, I'd like to ask the officers of the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce to please stand. Officers, directors, Film Chamber. I also want to ask my wife Gloria to stand up. This event wouldn't be possible without these people. I just drive the bus. So please be seated. Thank you all very much. On behalf of the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce, my family, to all of you, we offer a warm welcome to this homecoming luncheon in honor of Rear Admiral Leonard Butch Dollaga. Ladies and gentlemen, this event was planned for a while, specifically to honor the Admiral, who is a graduate of Hogan High School. You know, to say I'm grateful to all of you is a huge understatement. The Film Chamber of Commerce, you know, we put this event together on very short notice, and you responded with a lot of love, a lot of warmth, a lot of respect for one of our own, Admiral Dollaga. Many of you received his biography. He will be properly introduced later in our program. But what a stellar naval career, aspired by many, achieved by just a few. Having been a naval officer myself, I can tell you that each selection for promotion is done through careful review by a selection board. It's a very formal process, extremely competitive. Every nomination for promotion comes with a recommendation from the board. It goes to the White House, and therefore it comes with a recommendation from the President of the United States, and it is ratified by the United States Senate. And it then becomes a permanent congressional record forever. And so to be entrusted with command responsibility for a nuclear-powered fast attack submarine, the USS Charlotte, one of the most sophisticated and complex weapon systems in the arsenal of the United States, demonstrates Admiral Dollaga's leadership and war fighting skills. As a flag officer, he commanded the submarine Group 7, also known as CTF-74, and I was in Yokosuka with Gloria for 6 years, so I know. And the Admiral was responsible for the Navy's undersea warfare, strategy, operations, both in the CENTCOM and the Indo-Pacific. That is profoundly significant. The idiomatic expression, "he's a local boy made good," is both fitting and proper for someone like you, sir. And I say that with the utmost respect. Admiral, in this room, we have a cross-representation of business leaders, policymakers, educators, and common folk who understand the importance of your achievements, your meteoric rise in your career, and your place in the history of the United States Navy, the history of our country, as well as our beloved city of Vallejo. Once again, a warm welcome to everyone in attendance here today. Thank you and Godspeed. Where's that movie actor? Very shame. He made a movie filmed by an indie company. Yeah, I know he's hiding. And it's out on YouTube now. And he does a lot of work for Hollywood. And not only is he good looking, he's amazing. All right, Dennis. I yield to you, sir.
Are you finished? Finished early. You finished early.
Thank you, Jess. I'd like to move the agenda along at this point. It's always nice to have Jess make his remarks. I'd like to introduce at this point Mrs. Sue Pacaro, who will do some well-earned recognitions. Sue?
Dennis wasn't prepared because usually Jess takes a lot longer than that. That's why we'll be here until 5 o'clock. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming, welcome, and thank you to Zio Fredo for this wonderful luncheon. And so, good afternoon everybody. My name again is Sue Vaccaro, and I'm with the Philam Chamber. What I'd like to do before we get moving with the program, we have some dignitaries here, and I want to thank everybody for attending, all the dignitaries, and taking time out to honor and welcome Rear Admiral Butch Dollaga. And his family's here also, so I'd like to recognize them. So before I hand over the mic back to my good friend and colleague on the Philam Chamber, I would like to recognize the dignitaries that are here today. First off, Congressman John Garamendi. Sorry, I failed to say that if everybody could just hold their applause, because I have a few folks that I have to introduce. And representing Congressman Mike Thompson, Senior District Representative Mel Orpilia. Where is Mel? There he is. Guys on this. And representing Senator Bill Dodd, District Director Tom Barty. Tom, okay. And we don't have, she's going to be here soon, I think, but the External Affairs Manager for Rob Bonta will be here shortly, but she'll be here later. Vallejo Vice Mayor, Rosanna Verder-Oliga. And we have City of Fairfield Vice Mayor, my husband, Rick Vaccaro. And Vallejo School Board Trustee President, Tony Gross. There he is. And Vallejo School Board Trustee, Dr. Tony Ubaldi. And let's see here, we have also former Vallejo Vice Mayor, Herbie Sunga. And President of the Solano Philan Chamber and former Vallejo Council member who you just heard from, Jess Malgapo. President of Solano Hispanic Chamber, Leo Callejas. I saw him earlier. There he is, Leo. And Executive Director of the Napa Solano Central Labor Council, John Riley. So thank you now, everybody. Can't do that. Back over to you to get the program
So we have a representative from Senate Member Wilson. Larry Wilson.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Who's there?
Wendy.
Thank you. Sorry about that. And I believe that Laura Maxey just walked in. I'm doing introductions, Laura. So Laura Maxey is External Director of Affairs for Rob Bonta, the Attorney General. She'll be doing the presentation. Come on in. And I see that Buck Kemphausen just walked in the door. So welcome, Buck. After. Oh. Anyway.
Okay, the gentleman, of course, that's causing the stir is Mr. Buck Kemphausen. Welcome, Buck. It's good to see you. If there's ever been a benefactor here in the city, Buck is clearly one of those people. And we always appreciate not only what you've done, but we know what you'll do. So thanks a lot, Buck. It's great having you. And quickly to Admiral Dollaga's parents and brother and sister. Is that correct?
Sister.
Sister. Okay. They're over here at this table. Please stand and be recognized. We'd love to be able to. I wish I could get together with your sister and we could get some stories.
Yeah, the real ones.
Yeah. We probably should have got together a couple of days ago. But, that being what it is, I'd like to introduce at this point our Congressman-to-be, Congressman-elect John Garamendi. He's going to make a few comments.
Thank you so very, very much. I see Mel is on his way up here, and we're going to do a little duet for you in a moment. And as I walked in this, no, we're not singing today, thankfully for you. As I walked into this room, I just felt an incredible sense of pride among all of you. Pride in what you have accomplished personally and what the Filipino community has accomplished. Today, we're hearing from but one of the accomplished people in the Filipino community. The Chamber of Commerce here is an example of the way in which the Filipino community in this town, and some of you a little bit beyond this town, have come together to not only move forward on the economic side, but also to build camaraderie, companionship, and to push forward the history and the way in which this community has worked in this town and beyond. And today you have a very, very special guest. No disrespect to Emma, but a hometown boy comes home. It is such an incredible thing. I first met the Admiral, we just said about 5 years ago now. He was escorting a group of senators and members of Congress in the Western Pacific. His experience in the Western Pacific was part of our educational process. And on that journey, he brought us to the very first congressional delegation to meet with the then brand new, in office 1 week, President of the Philippines, Duterte. It was an interesting meeting. No comment. I think all of us go, oh my. It was fascinating, but it was also extraordinarily important. That was just one part of the work that the Admiral has done. As you were going through the resume and the background, which you went off to, you were talking about his work in the submarine services. I suspect you'll talk more about all of that. But keeping our nation safe in the most important part, one of the most important parts of the naval activity was his task. Commanding a nuclear submarine is no small task. And it only goes to those who are extraordinarily well-trained and who have not only the ability to lead, but also the personality to do it. And that's what he was able to do, and obviously gone on beyond that. I will tell you now, his most difficult task of all is his new job. He has to deal with the United States Senate, 100 individuals who know that they are really important, and 435, give or take, depending upon deaths and other things, members of Congress. Running a submarine and being underwater for God knows how many days is a task. Admiral, my condolences to you. You got a very difficult job. But I tell you, I am so happy not only to be able to work with the Admiral as we already are. We were in our office a month and a half ago.
Yes, sir.
And he said, I'm going to go out to Vallejo. I said, why? He said, I'm going home.
Yeah.
And I'm the U.S. Navy, and then having to work through the extraordinary issues that will confront the U.S. Navy in the days ahead. So, Admiral, I look forward to working with you. I met you, Mama.
Yeah.
Wow. We were talking in the office. I said, well, the family, most have moved on. Well, any family still left in Vallejo? He said, my mother. And he went on and on about his mother, about the children you raised, who've gone on to be extraordinary leaders in many different fields. I guess you're living in Elk Grove now. Moving out of my district is not acceptable. But it's the family. Sure. And the Filipino community that I've worked with for, actually going back to the Filipino community in Stockton, California in 1974. It's a family thing. It is a family thing, and welcome home. Mike Thompson, who currently represents this area, Mike and I are swapping out, sort of like a ship, if you would. Mike is taking eastern Solano County, Vacaville and Dixon, Rio Vista, and Yolo County, Davis, and so forth. And I moved to western Contra Costa County. So I have Benicia and Vallejo, as well as continuing with Fairfield. Thank you for the hospitality of the city of Fairfield. And so Mike and I get to do a little duet. Mike has his stand-in. Well, come on in. Mel has been working with Mike here for how long?
10 years.
10 years. And now that I'm coming after the election, which I hope is successful, to represent Vallejo and this area, I've asked Mel to stay on. His experience is knowledge, and he has accepted. So we're going to start right now with really the first duet that we get to have. Microphone is yours.
Oh, thank you. I thought we were going to really sing Ebony and Ivory. So I'm going to be reading this certificate of special congressional recognition, and this is from both Congressman Mike Thompson and Congressman Garamendi. And it's presented to Rear Admiral Butch Dollaga in recognition of his achievements in service to our country as a Rear Admiral and as the Chief of Legislative Affairs for the U.S. Navy. As a distinguished person who was born and raised in Vallejo, graduated from Hogan High School, my alma mater, by the way, and went on to the U.S. Naval Academy and George Washington University, Rear Admiral Dollaga exemplifies the values of education, hard work, and perseverance passed on to him by his Filipino family.
Yes.
Vallejo is proud to have you as a native son, given on this 27th day of October 2022 in Vallejo, California, signed by both Congresspeople. You can stay up here. I'm going to take off my Congressman Thompson hat. I'm going to put on my Mel Orpilia historian hat. And I want to present my book, Filipinos in Vallejo, to Admiral Dollaga. And it says, thank you for your service. Hope this book brings you closer to your Vallejo roots. No history, no self. No history, no self. The first no history spelled N-O, second no history spelled K-N-O-W. Signed Mel Orpilia, like you, just another Vallejo boy.
Okay, we're jumping things around a little bit. We have another presentation, this time by Tom Barty, field representative for California State Senator Bill Dodd. Tom, could you come up here for a few minutes, please?
Thank you, Dennis. I'm Tom Barty. I'm District Director for Senator Bill Dodd. And here with me is Wendy.
I'm Wendy Fabian with Assemblymember Lori Wilson's office.
And we're here to recognize our native Vallejoan come back to home. And thank you for being here. And we're representing the state legislature. And we have a small token of our esteem for you. And it reads as follows. Certificate of recognition presented to Rear Admiral Leonard C. Butch, Dollaga, U.S. Chief of Legislative Affairs. In recognition of your commitment to defending freedom and democracy around the world, your loyalty, dedication to duty, and selfless sacrifice while serving the United States Armed Services deserves the highest commendations from the people of the state of California and of the United States of America. Dated October 27, 2022. It's signed by Senator Dodd, and we're going to get you one from Lori Wilson as well. So congratulations and welcome to Vallejo. Welcome back.
So excited about what revitalize this town. Give the kids here some really good paint jobs like it used to be.
You're getting more popular as we go along. I'm getting photo requests now. Pretty soon they'll be coming in and they'll want to see you up on, is it Twitter? No. Maybe TikTok. Can you do something for us on TikTok? I understand you're a pretty talented guy. We don't have another presentation of a certificate from Valera Maxley, representative of California Attorney General Rob Bonta's office. Valera, I know you're here. How are you?
Good afternoon, everyone. I know it's almost the end of Filipino American History Month, but working for the first Filipino American Attorney General, every month is Filipino American History Month. So thank you so much. The Attorney General sends his regards and sorry he cannot be here today, but I would like to present a certificate to Rear Admiral on his behalf. Sure, thank you so much. So just as with all the other amazing recognitions here with different levels of government, the State of California Department of Justice, Office of the Attorney General, Certificate of Recognition to Leonard Butch Dollaga, U.S. Navy Rear Admiral, in recognition of your service to the United States of America. Congratulations on your historic appointment as the U.S. Navy's Chief Legislative Affairs. Your contributions to the United States Navy and the Filipino American community do not go unnoticed. So congratulations again, and thank you for all you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. And also, we have with us the Vice Mayor, Rosanna Verder-Aliga, City of Vallejo, to do a presentation from the city. Councilmember Aliga.
Thank you, Dennis. I'd like to call on our native son, Admiral Dollaga, up to the stage. Let me just tell you a quick story on how we finally got Admiral Dollaga to visit Vallejo. And I have to give credit to my husband here, retired Colonel Verder-Aliga, for that invitation that has been extended to him at least 2 years ago when he follows your career. We have articles of you in the paper that when you received your first star. And he had invited you through your office staff to speak at our Memorial Day ceremony this year. And then your assistant actually contacted my husband and said that yes, he is coming home to Vallejo this October. So who does she contact, Lieutenant Reddy contact? Who should Lieutenant Reddy contact for your schedule? Because we know you have a busy schedule. So the reason you have a busy schedule is because of Lieutenant Reddy and my husband, because we make sure to pack all the events for you to make your visit a worthwhile visit. But then guess what? He will be back on November 11 because he will be the keynote speaker for our Veterans Day.
I'm sure Nessa was part of that too.
Yes. So again, on behalf of the City of Vallejo, again, first I wanted to recognize your mom. The reason you're here is because your mom and your family. So, Auntie Emilia, thank you. Emilia, James T. and Emiliana Dollaga, maraming salamat for joining us today as well. On behalf of the City of Vallejo, we have a certificate of recognition from our Mayor, Robert H. McConnell, whom you will meet with this afternoon for a courtesy call visit. Certificate of recognition presented to Rear Admiral Leonard C. Butch Dollaga. I have to ask him, why is she nicknamed Butch? Only Filipinos give nicknames, right? Leonard Butch Dollaga. In recognition of this proud Vallejo native for his local values and for his accomplishments, graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy, a master's degree in engineering management, an illustrious naval career with numerous sea tours and shore and staff assignments, flag assignments including Commander, Undersea Warfighting Development Center in Groton, Connecticut, and most recently Commander, Submarine Group 7 Task Force 554 Task Force 74, leading undersea operations in both CENTCOM and Indo-PACOM areas of responsibility. Presented on October 27, 2022, Robert H. McConnell, the mayor of the city of Vallejo. Maraming salamat. Congratulations. I'm so very proud of you.
Light up your Instagram account today. And in another presentation, a resolution from the Vallejo City Unified School District, President Tony Gross and Board Member Tony Ubaldi. Here you go, Jim.
Since we're always together, we figured we would split this 50-50. You know, I personally, on a personal note, I don't know Butch, you know, but I do know that he went to our school. And that is very, for me, that is the biggest compliment that the Admiral could really give us, is he's one of us. He's, as I told him, even though I was at Vallejo High, he's still one of my students. And to see him make the accomplishments and do the things that he has done tells everybody that our kids in Vallejo are that good. So, you know, I want to just leave with that good. And you know I'm extremely proud of you. He also told me about some of the teachers that he had that I also took from Hogan, and I had them with me at Bethel. And
Smart.
So, you know, you got that. So, but I really, you know, I want to let everybody know that when they want to talk about Vallejo in the negative frame, keep the Admiral in mind. Keep the Admiral in mind. Very few cities have produced this. I don't care how big they are. We did it in Vallejo. And I'll give the credit to some of the people in Hogan. But especially his family, the public school system, and his own determination and grit. This is what it produces. And this is what I'm trying to do, or we're trying to do on the board, is manufacture, remanufacture this over and over and over again, so our city can really rise to the top. So again, to the Admiral, I'm very proud of you, and I love you 100% too. So. Let me read this before I get too emotional. Vallejo City Unified School District, resolution number 3054, declaring October 27, 2022 as Rear Admiral Leonard C. Butch Dollaga Day. Whereas United States Navy Rear Admiral Leonard C. Butch Dollaga is a native of Vallejo, proudly attended Vallejo Public Schools, was a Hogan High School Navy Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps cadet, and graduated in 1986 with honors, graduated in 1990 from the United States Naval Academy with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, and he also holds a master's degree in engineering management from George Washington University in D.C. And whereas Rear Admiral Dollaga's Sea tours included division officer assignments aboard USS Los Angeles, SSN 688, engineer officer of USS Rhode Island, SSBN 740, executive officer of USS Cheyenne, SSN 773, and commanded the USS Charlotte, SSN 766 in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. And he also served as Commodore of Submarine Development Squadron 12, Groton, Connecticut. And whereas Rear Admiral Dallaga's shore and staff assignments included missions officer at the U.S. Naval Academy, technical assistant to the director of the Naval Nuclear Propulsion, nuclear officer program management, and the submarine officer community management on the staff of the Deputy Chief of Naval Operations, Manpower, Personnel, Training, and Education, Commander, Submarine Force, U.S. Pacific Fleet, Prospective Commanding Officer Instructor, Submarine Command Course, Chief Program and Budget Branch on the Joint Chiefs Decorative Program in Budget Analysis Division, and Director, Congressional Liaison of the Appropriation Matters Office, on the staff of the Assistant Secretary of the Navy, and he is such a busy man.
And whereas Rear Admiral Dollaga is a mentee of Congressman John Garamendi. That was that? Do you have that in there? Mine says a mentee of Congressman John Garamendi. Anyway.
He's the funny tone.
Anyway, whereas Rear Admiral Dallaga's flag assignments included Commander Undersea Warfighting Development Center in Groton, Connecticut, and most recently Commander Submarine Group 7 Task Force 54, Task Force 74, leading undersea operations in both U.S. Central Command and U.S. Indo-Pacific Command areas of responsibility. And whereas Rear Admiral Dollaga completed 3 overseas deployments in the Indo-Pacific Command and 5 strategic deterrent patrols in the Atlantic, and the units he served with the collective earned 4 units award, 5 battle effectiveness awards, and U.S. Pacific Fleet's Army Burt Fleet Trophy. And whereas Rear Admiral Dollaga is visiting his beloved native city of Vallejo on October 24th, 28, with numerous meetings with local governments, scholastics, and non-public entities, and he will be honored at the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce luncheon on Navy Day, October 27, 2022 in Vallejo. Now, therefore, be it resolved. You want to read that last part?
Okay. He does this all the time.
Just mention the mentee of Congressman.
Don't stop now. Now, therefore be it resolved that the Vallejo City Unified School District Board of Education hereby declares October 22nd, 2022 as Rear Admiral Leonard C. Butch Dollaga Day, to proudly recognize his outstanding achievement from his humble beginnings in Vallejo, attending Vallejo City Unified Schools Districts, graduating from the U.S. Naval Academy and becoming a Rear Admiral 2-star in the U.S. Navy, and for being an outstanding role model for all of our students of what is possible with the power of purpose, passion, and perseverance. Passed and adopted by the Vallejo City Unified School District Governing Board on this day, 19th day of October 2022, by the following, and it was 550. I thought about it, but it's fine. That Hogan thing kept jumping up.
Your mother beat you to it. She took the resolution from us and took it home. So with that in mind, thank you so much and congratulations. You're having great.
Very humble.
Lieutenant, your mother has to.
Don't yell.
That's what happens when you combine a former school principal and a man of faith, and then you give them a microphone and turn them loose. We'll continue to move on. Now we've gotten to a part of the program that I think we're all been looking forward to, which is some remarks from Rear Admiral Leonard Butch Dollaga. Let me just say it's a pleasure having you up here. Please join me. It's a pleasure having you here as a Vallejo graduate myself, as a longtime Vallejo resident, and I know there's several of them around here. It's an inspiration to have you, to know that you're continuing in the tradition of long-standing Vallejans who have achieved in every field, whether it be music, sports, politics, and just on behalf of some of my classmates who are here today, I just want you to know as a Spartan, you've done really well. And we appreciate that. At this point in time, I won't go through his resume. I think you've heard it several times. Well, I haven't got it. You're good? You're good. I'm good. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Rear Admiral Leonard Butch Dollaga. I apologize to former council member Herman Songa for stealing his thunder. Actually, I thought I was going to spare you guys from one of Herman's speeches, but I guess we're not going to do that. Here you go, Herman.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, everybody. And Admiral, let me tell you, I got close to the submarine community, but the last thing I did is talking to the secretary of Hyman Recover, and I was not accepted. So.
He wouldn't have accepted me either.
He wouldn't accept you there, but he made a good choice to accept you. But thank you to your family for being here. And I have to summarize what everybody said, because everybody knows who you are now. But I have to read and do my part and introduce you as the Chief Legislative Officer of the Navy. That's a great assignment, sir. And I applaud you for it. Rear Admiral Dollaga is a native of Vallejo, California, and a 1990 graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy with a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering. He holds a master's degree in Engineering Management from George Washington University in Washington, District of Columbia. His sea tours include division officer assignments aboard USS Los Angeles, SSN 688, engineer officer aboard USS Rhode Island, SSBN 740, and executive officer aboard USS Diane, SSN 773. He commanded USS Charlotte, SSN 766 in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, and also served as Commodore of Submarine Development Squadron 12 in Groton, Connecticut. His shore and staff assignments included missions officer at the U.S. Naval Academy, technical assistant to the director of Naval Nuclear Propulsion, nuclear officer, program manager, and submarine officer, community manager, and staff of Deputy Chief of Naval Operations, Manpower, Personnel Training, and Education. Commander, Submarine Force, U.S. Pacific Fleet. Prospective Commanding Officer, Instructor, Submarine Command Course. Chief Program and Budget Bronze on the Joint Chief of Staff. Directorate J8, Program and Budget Analysis Division. And Director, Congressional Liaison Appropriations Matters Office on the staff of Assistant Secretary of the Navy. His flight assignments include Commander, Undersea Warfighting Development Center in Groton, Connecticut, and most recently Commander Submarine Group 7, Task Force 54, Task Force 74, leading undersea operations in both CENTCOM and Indo-PACOM areas of responsibility. He completed 3 overseas deployments in Indo-Pacific Command and 5 strategic deterrent patrols in the Atlantic. The units he served with collectively earned 4 unit awards, 5 Battle East and U.S. Pacific Fleet's Arleigh Burke Fleet Trophy. And these are all assignments that every naval officer just dreams of. And you got all of them, so I'm so proud to introduce you today. And my dream is to have a CNO as a Filipino American. And I hope you will accomplish that in the near future. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Vallejo and the Filipino community, Rear Admiral Leonard C. Butch Dollaga. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce for putting this all together. I'm just a kid from Vallejo, a little grown up now, and a product of Vallejo Public School Systems. And I was very honored and humbled by the proclamation announcement last week, and I'm so glad that my parents were able to go. Because as you know, I would not be here, and it said several times today, I would not be here without my mother and my stepdad. My stepdad, who raised me towards the end of definitely my teenage years, was a previous Chief Petty Officer in the United States Navy, stationed at Mare Island Naval Shipyard, Combat Systems Technical Schools, and first introduced me to the submarine force that I was later able to go. But I definitely feel, and again, we resonated here, that family is really got me through my youth, my teenage years, and set me on the path to be successful. But when I say family, I also want to include Mrs. Applegate, who was my math teacher 8th, 9th, and 10th grade. She's the one who helped me when I was being bullied in middle school and told me to focus on academics and set me on the right path to focus on controlling what I can control, which is my success. Making it all the way through and getting those grades, getting involved in sports. Additionally, when I got to Hogan High School, it was Mrs. Lois Banks, my guidance counselor, who actually steered me towards NJROTC to get a feel and prepare myself for the military, because she knew I had to pay for college myself. And how would I do that? ROTC scholarship or a service academy. So Mrs. Lois Banks set me on that path to get me involved, and actually ran over at one point to get my transcripts in the mail before the due date for the Naval Academy. So all those things I look back on, and knowing that their influences that steered my life and my career are part of my family. And I definitely will save it for last, because you say, well, that's for last. It's the Filipino community of Solano County on 820 Sonoma Boulevard, where we would get together. And you want to talk about being felt like you felt at home with your family. Those community get-togethers, as I progressed up with my father first and my mom and my stepdad, that really made me feel welcome and part of Vallejo. And I mentioned this to Chairman Garamendi yesterday, I can't believe that the last time I came here to speak to high schools was in 1988 when I was midshipman at the Naval Academy. I have been busy. I cannot believe it's been this long since I've come back. But I just want to tell you that I always remember that I'm just a kid from Vallejo and a product of Vallejo Public Schools. But really, the extended family of everyone here, and now you're part of my family, you're part of my inner circle, helped get me where I am today. I will never forget that. I never forget who or where I came from. I may have a thick stripe and another stripe signifying 2 stars as a Rear Admiral of the United States Navy, but I will always be that kid from Vallejo. And for what it's worth, I told the kids I talked to from Vanden High School that yesterday, from Bethel High School this morning, and then I'll hit it up again at Hogan Middle School. My high school is now middle school. I found that out. But I couldn't do it without my family first, raising me. My oldest sister's here, my little sister's here, and the collective of family, to my core, is what brings me back today. And thank you for sharing this time with me. I love all the community that's involved today, Mare Island Company. We spent some time on Mare Island yesterday, and what was mentioned in my history was being a junior officer on USS Los Angeles. Those of you who remember, USS Los Angeles was the last nuclear-powered submarine to be serviced by Mare Island Naval Shipyard. I was here when it was on the BRAC list, and it broke my heart because I saw the capability of the shipyard in getting the Los Angeles fixed, refueled, and out early. You never hear that nowadays of a shipyard that's able to get a nuclear-powered submarine out early. But we did it back in 1995. And I love the fact, in the Vallejo Times-Herald, I remember on the front page was the picture of the Los Angeles going down Mare Island Strait, and that little itty-bitty speck on the top of the sail was this guy driving out for the last time. So it warmed my heart yesterday that Sharon Garamendi and Steve from the Mare Island Shipyard brought me to Caisson Dry Dock 2, which was my dry dock on Los Angeles, and we talked about the way ahead with the development of Mare Island, and I definitely look forward to continuing that journey with you. And whoever redistrict Vallejo to get Chairman Garamendi a possibility to represent this, my great hometown of Vallejo, I would love to say thank you to them, because when you told me that in the office, sir, you know, my eyes just lit up and my big smile came across because of the history that we have. And I definitely, again, want to continue the connective tissue with the city of Vallejo, my hometown. And I can't tell you enough, thank you. I'm very humbled by the turnout today. And I think we have time for a few questions. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I apologize, but we're trying to make it to Hogan on time. But maybe one? Okay, one. Okay, there you go. My public affairs officer, Desiree. Are there any questions? I just want to thank you again, and I apologize for having to cut this short. But everyone here, again, part of the family, part of my success is you. And I want to thank you, all the things I've heard about what you're doing for the city of Vallejo. Yes, sir.
Favorite memory growing up in Vallejo?
Favorite memory growing up in Vallejo, it's when we were small kids, and I mean young, maybe 4 or 5 years old, going on the waterfront and looking across. I saw these black, sleek things that I found out later were called submarines along the waterfront of Mare Island Naval Shipyard. And quite honestly, that little kid of 5 never thought that I would be able to achieve being part of that submarine community. So looking back on it, my dream has come true, that not only was I accepted into the submarine force, but I commanded a fast-attack submarine. I commanded a submarine squadron of 9 fast-attack submarines, and I commanded all the operations in the Western Pacific and the Indian Ocean for submarines. So thank you for that question. Again, you see this big smile. I never thought that little kid of 5 would be able to accomplish what I've been able to do. And I'm a product of the city, I'm a product of public schools, and I thank you all for coming today.
If you close things down.
Quick photo. Let's have a quick photo. Right here, Admiral. So because the light is there.
Right, George, your favorite.
And we'll do photos after.
It's going to change the world.
Close it down and then.
Yeah, that's going to be great. Go ahead.
Thank you. All right.
Go ahead.
Let us bow our heads.
That's great.
Dear God, bless us, perfect us, and enable us so we can embrace Leonard Butch Dollaga in his way to make his country a great country
We ask this in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you all for coming. I know that some folks want to do some photo ops. They would like the Philadelphia Chamber Board to join the work with We're going to join you here on the American flag. We're going to have one photo op with the chamber, and then we'll release everybody.
Yeah, the car's already around, so.
Jim, a little closer.
You guys know each other. So I think they want to do a photo with you up there.
Can I invite the chamber board over here with our guest Butch and Dr. All the guests.
Yeah, perfect. Oh yeah, that's better.
Then we'll get the rest of it.
Dennis, I cannot see you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know I love you, Bill.
But I can't see you. Okay. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, smile.
Hold on. Sue.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying.
Don't hide back there.
I'm so sorry.
A little bit more this way. The cheese here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Got it.
Now, hold on. Can we have everyone?
Everyone.